Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to welcome to Rambling About Nonsense. Oh, duh. This episode, like I said before from the previous, I was going to do Young Justice Season 2. So, Young Justice, okay, also, I don't know if the other episode was muted, but this one's muted. I'm going to try this out, because we're not here to listen to the actual gameplay music. We're here to look at this, excuse me, my commentary, my rambling. So, in today's video, we're doing Young Justice Season 2. Like I said, in the Season 1 review for Young Justice, I don't really want to go too heavily into spoilers, but, Season 2 is not a direct sequel. It is a sequel that takes place 5 years after the events of Season 1. And we are pretty much left in the dark as for what happens in between those 5 years for the first little bit. We're supposed to be like, oh, what's going on with this character? What's going on with this character? And I will say, I enjoyed Season 2. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. Overall, I think Season 1 was better, in my opinion, just because Season 1 was more of a, you get to know these characters. Season 2 is kind of like, well, kind of just run with it. Like, just understand that the story will get better, but just run with it. 5 years has passed. We'll hope that you guys understand that we understand what's going to happen and whatnot, like the showrunners and whatnot. But I don't like that. It works sometimes. But especially with a show especially with any superhero show, like Young Justice, I guess. I shouldn't just say like Young Justice, because it could be towards anything. But especially within Young Justice, I don't know if it exactly worked. It was definitely a fine season, I'll say that, but I got defeated. But I would have preferred a more direct sequel, maybe like a couple of months past. But at that same point, it's definitely a double-edged sword, because where I'm like, I don't really like it. I do like some things that they did with it, but some things I don't. It's a double-edged sword, and I understand, in the end why they did it, because it just ramps up the story and just moves things along to a better pace. That, and where in Season 1, the story kind of moved in a kind of, Season 1 moved at a kind of like the CW's Flash. It's kind of like a freak of the week, but in the background, or usually at the end of the episode, you get those small little scenes that move the real plot forward, like all the scenes with the light and whatnot. Season 2 is more of a coherent story that is, instead of just, hey, here's an episode for Kid Flash, and then the next episode's for Aqualad, and then the next one's for Robin. Season 2 is more everybody's story. Sure, it focuses on different characters every episode, but it's always focused on every character instead of just primarily just one character. Which is good. I like that. I also like season 1, so I'm not gonna like say season 2 was better in that regard. The characters were still good. However, especially with the whole 5-year time gap, you run into a problem, and that problem is relationships, and kind of another double-edged sword thing. You have to, or rather the show writers have to trust the fans and just the people in general who watch the show, that they will understand and they will kind of be patient with the characters, because there's a relationship in season 1 that everybody liked. I think I don't actually know if everybody liked it, but I liked it, and I know a lot of other people liked it. Season 2, they essentially say, hey, you know that relationship? Oh yeah, well, something happened, now they're not together, and now the other character is with somebody else, but you don't understand, and now you hate the other person, that the character that you liked in the relationship. You're like, well, now I hate them, and now I don't understand why the person is dating somebody else instead of the person from season 1, and you're just like, yeah, just doesn't really work out in the show's favor, doesn't work out in the character's favor, and overall it's just not good. I don't know how you would. I mean, in the end, it worked out at the end of season 2. Everything kind of worked out. But it is kind of that kind of gray area when you're doing a time skip, and you really just gotta trust in the writers that they know what they're doing. But in the end, I mean, season 2 didn't completely ruin everything. But in my opinion, I rather like a more direct sequel into things. DC has a rather expansive amount of characters anyway, so they can do this. And I'm very interested to see what they do for Young Justice Season 3, as that is now getting a show again. Well, Season 3 is finally coming back, renewed, whatever. After being canceled for like 6 years now or something? 7? 8? 5? Something like that. Somewhere around there. I'm excited. I watched it on Netflix. I wasn't one of those guys who watched it way back when, because I was like, Young Justice, this sounds really dumb, because it sounds like it's gonna be kid versions of Batman and kid versions of Batman, kid versions of Superman and Wonder Woman and all the villains. Kind of sounded like, yeah, this is just gonna be kind of like Teen Titans Go category or territory. And I was like, that just does not sound like my cup of tea. And then I actually watched some clips of it, and I was like, wait, this doesn't actually look that bad. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. It was really good. So I definitely recommend Young Justice. I will be making a video after this one that will go into more spoilers for Season 1 / Season 2. And I don't know how long I'll make that one. I'll probably make that one 24 minutes, because I'll probably get into deep spoiler territory. But overall, I'll give Young Justice Season 2... What did I give Season 1? I gave that like an 8.5, right? I'll give Season 2 for Young Justice an 8. Yeah. I don't know. Did I give Season 1 8? I don't know. I'll give Season 2 an 8. Overall, the story was good. The story was essentially continues on from Season 1, even if it is 5 years later. All the voice acting is great. All the characters are great. The story's great. Just some decisions, like the 5-year time skip. If I was the story writer, I probably wouldn't have done that. Especially because some things in season 1 are really never really mentioned again, or if they are mentioned, it's very like, kind of like very much in the background, and like if you were talking over it, like if you're talking with a friend or something, you may not even hear it and be like, wow, like they didn't ever mention this character now, like, why wouldn't they do that? But you like just talked over it and never mentioned again. Or this thing was never mentioned again, I should say. I think every character from season 1 actually makes an appearance in season 2, but I could be wrong on that. Oh no, well, characters that stay alive at least. Because some characters do die in Young Justice, which sucks. But that is a whole different discussion for another rambling, because I do have some inklings, or not inklings, but I do have some thoughts about death in certain series, such as this one. Like, oh man, should characters die in Young Justice? I would say definitely yes, but maybe some other people would say no. It's definitely just like a thing of like, what kind of show are you trying to do and whatnot. I'm just being a freaking scaredy cat, just running away from this freaking droid here. Not droid, but security drone. Come on, man. Go get him. Get him. I have like red health. I'm like about to die, bro. But I got him. I got him. Alright. That's pretty much my season 2 review. 8 out of 10. IGN. Not enough clones. No, I was kidding. Goodbye.